Hey guys, Drew here to talk about the big happenings in Cosmic Crit Land for the month of February in this year of 2018. We have a lot of stuff going on, so much so that I don't even have time to write a song about it. Yeah, I know, so we're just gonna go bowling straight through this. First off, I just want to thank everybody who participated in our Skittermander fan challenge last month. We had so many Skittermanders that we completed a chart and the randomized tool that should be live any second when you get there that has all of them loaded for more than 100 million individual Skittermanders based on all of the different die rolls and randomizations that happen. Too many Skitters. Speaking of Skittermanders, we actually have some things for our Crittermanders. Yes, that's right. Our Cosmic Crit fans are now going to be known as Crittermanders, and you can even join our Crittermander Discord. The link to that is on our website. We'll be tweeting it out, we'll be posting it on Facebook. It'll be easy to get to. Our Discord's going to be where all of our Cosmic Crit fans can go talk to each other, talk to us, talk to a bunch of different stuff that's going on, even finding your own LFG channels and different things. And there might be even some exclusive things for some super Crittermanders that we find through there. So check that out. That's going to be super awesome. Now, you guys have been listening to our show for a while, been going on for a little bit, and Patrick, our stalwart GM, has failed in his mission to kill any of us yet. He hasn't done it. He's gotten close, but he hasn't killed any of us. So he's asking for your help for our February Cosmic Crit Fan Challenge to create a critical failure deck. Basically what this is we are going to have a series of critical failures that will be assigned randomly, much in the same way that we use our Skittermander generator. So when any of us rolls a 1 for an attack roll in our game, we will get a critical failure generated from this list. So yeah, this was Patrick's idea, as I'm sure you're aware. Wasn't our idea. But, we're letting him get away with it because he's the GM and he's our friend and all of that stuff. So what we want you guys to do is send in for the February Fan Challenge your critical failures. And we're looking for 3 categories: a ranged critical failure, a melee critical failure, or a magic critical failure. So if somebody rolls a 1, their critical failure might be that they drop their weapon and kick it across the floor accidentally, or if they have a spell that misfires, that something weird happens and bunnies fall from the sky. I don't know. I actually wouldn't mind if you guys gave us a little bonus for some of these critical failures. Maybe not make the whole list like your critical failure is that your character ceases to exist. But yeah, so your critical failure might be the responsible for the first character death in Cosmic Crit, assuming we roll poorly enough, which is bound to happen. Anyway, that is not all, guys. I want you guys to go to CosmicCrit.com right now, and there's going to be a brand new fun thing to see. And that is our new Cosmic Crit store! Yes! We actually decided to put together some merch, some t-shirts, some hoodies, some phone cases. It's got some cool art by some of our artists, and including a brand new, never before seen piece of Cosmic Crit art that is on an exclusive t-shirt, which I think you should all check out. The links to that are going to be on our website at CosmicCrit.com, and I would love to see some of you guys posting some selfies of yourself in some Cosmic Crit gear, because that would put a big smile on my rat face, which I would be very happy about. So, with that said, it is February and love is in the air as we go back into the jungles of Yucalam for this week's adventure, How to Lose a Sniper in 10 Rounds.
Last time on Cosmic Crits.
We were stalked by living celery.
Starfinders were the most dangerous game.
We were stalked by a Kasaric, which looks like if Cthulhu pronked a plant.
We saved a cultist of the Cult of the Devourer.
We had to keep Edris from murdering the Lashunta.
We were able to stop the Edriscutioner.
The group helps Rakawi file for child support.
The party came across a giant moving pink storm of mold and thought the wisest course of action was to go through it.
But it worked out because we found a giant vacuum cleaner.
Turns out not everything in this jungle is trying to kill us.
And now here we are, standing off against a pollen-covered monster.
Crikey, look at this beauty!
It's called a Renkroda, and it's spelled danger, danger, danger.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Before you is a locked aluminum steel door. You unlock this door with the key of imagination. You are traveling through another drift dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of Vesk smells too. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, giant women and alien starfish. You've just crossed over into the cosmic crit zone. Submitted for your approval. Oh boy. I can't laugh. Stop it. Submitted for your approval. My name is Patrick Sterling, and the tale I have for you tonight is one that beggars belief. To tell this torrid tale of terrific tropes and triumphs is a group of 5 characters in search of an exit. My players and friends. To my left, there's something on the wing of the plane. Why, it's Drew playing Max Israq.
You want to do Shatner or Lithgow?
Both. To his left, a nerd who broke his glasses immediately after an apocalypse. Jabert playing Andis 147.
It's not fair! It's not fair!
Across the digital table from me, we've got someone who we better behave in front of, or he'll send us all to the cornfield. Miles playing Raimi.
You want to see something really scary?
And to his left, a creepy doll who plans to stick around forever and ever. Rebecca playing Alindra Vallis.
Hello.
To my...
I don't have anything.
No, that was the perfect creepy doll voice.
To my right, someone that likes to serve man all right, serve them his Dochko justice, Tyler playing Adros Veranis.
Justice well served.
Hey guys, how's it going? How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Yeah.
I was digging your Rod Serling meets Troy McClure impression.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I realized about halfway through that, it's like, oh man, I didn't practice this voice at all.
But no, it started off very Rod Serling, and then all of a sudden it turned into like Troy McClure, which I dug, and then it kind of ended up as the scary door.
Yeah.
Well, I got the case of the giggles halfway through.
I was born in 1988. I don't understand any of these references.
All right. Well, it's not like they burned the tapes, after they were done
It's on
filming
Netflix
them.
now, so
It's not like they didn't air it for 6 hours on the Sci-Fi Channel throughout. Still do. They still do, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I know. I'm assuming, are these all Twilight Zone references, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you not got the themes of my intros? It's all one thing usually.
Well,
No, this one's going to be the Twilight Zone, and then the next one, the one for Tyler, is going to be Batman.
That would be great. I would appreciate that. That's something I can get behind. I've only seen, I think, maybe 4 or 5 episodes of Twilight Zone. So unless end of those, I think
Only 4 or 5. Okay, well that's enough. Calm down. You've got the reference.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Only 4 or 5. Get out of here. Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good.
pretty good.
All right, everybody. Well, I don't know if you remember where we last left off from last week, but I was trying to kill you immediately at the end of the last game. So I'm going to try and do that at the very start of this game. We're in combat.
Starting off right.
You guys had just made camp after a long day of trudging through the jungle. I think that was day 7 or 8. I'm gonna have to check my notes, but at this point you had just rested a little bit before making camp, so very few people have stamina damage except for Andis 147. You've taken 4 points of stamina damage, so you are fatigued right now. But I believe, Adros, you had used your suit on this day, and everyone else has either used some RP or either 1 or 2 resolve points.
Patrick, for our listeners that are not familiar with Starfinder's fatigued condition, can we go over what that means for a character?
Yes, if you want to cross the T's, dot the I's.
Fatigued, you are tired, you can't run or charge, and you take a -1 penalty to your armor class, attack rolls, melee damage rolls, reflex saving throws, initiative checks, and strength and dexterity-based skill and ability checks. Your bulk is reduced by 1.
That's like everything. It's negative to everything.
And if you get fatigued again, you then get the exhausted condition.
Right, so Jabert, you are fatigued at the beginning here, and this giant green-scaled beast just comes crashing through the undergrowth, knocking giant mushroom plumes out of the way. It's covered in these spores and lets out this bellow, this great big roar, and is coming your direction. We are in initiative turn order, and at the very top of it, old quick draw Raimi is at the top.
Boy.
Miles.
So can I see this thing, or can I just hear it?
You can see it, and it has just cleared the trees. If you're looking at the map that we are on, you're about 30 or 40 feet away.
Okay. So, okay. I see where I am now. So right now, since Andis is fatigued and I'm right next to him, I'm just going to place my hand on him and turn him invisible.
Whether he wants to be or not.
I mean, if he wants to run fatigued or not, you know.
That happens, and guess what? Who's next in the turn order? It's an invisible Andis.
Oh boy. Well, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, don't worry. You're still fatigued, but now no one can see you.
Nobody can see me. Nobody can see me when I'm sleepy.
You have to rethink your whole strategy. Now you're going to charge in. Oh no!
I'm trying to see if I can do something to make Raimi's second level spell not worthless.
It was just protection. I gotta protect my boy or my android.
No, that's that's called Edris.
Ooh, snap!
Or if you prefer, meat shield. If this map is accurate, Andis is going to take some cover behind a flower.
Okay, good.
And
Some cover.
Some cover while you're invisible.
So now they doubly can't see you.
Oh. Yeah, well, I'm taking cover just in case this dinosaur has a laser gun, Patrick.
Now I am definitely gunning for you. Before I was just gonna, let it act on its own volition, but now it's gonna actively seek you out. It's like, wait, I smell an android somewhere nearby. Edros next. Speaking of meat shield, Tyler, you're up.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'm going to. I don't want to be in the way of our laser firing squad, our
Never.
light show. So I'm gonna move down. Let's see, about 20 feet, and then move into combat with it. I should be out of the way, giving everybody a +1, and we'll just go ahead and make a single attack with the curved blade. Boom! Attack. 28.
Let me double check here.
Please.
Yep, no, that's a hit.
Nah, I'm dishing out 16 points of damage.
Ooh, boy. Ouch. All right, let me write that down. And I believe next in the turn order is Alindra, because I rolled really terrible on this Renkroda's initiative roll last week.
Good thing. All right, so I'm going to move over here. I'm going toward Photon Attunement, and I'm going to Stellar Rush to... Can I go all the way here, or is that going to do a AOO?
I think either one is a possibility to provoke.
This?
Because it's a large creature. It has quite a range.
Okay, well, in that case, I might as well go all the way here.
That's a good point. That's a great point, actually.
So I'm going to go here, and then I have a flanking bonus with Edris. Do I deal with the attack of opportunity first?
Yeah, I'm going to do that first because it... you're coming up on its backside, so I'm going to use its tail attack, which it has, and I have hit against your KAC, so it just thwacks you with this big spiny tail for 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Hits you broadside.
Oh man! All right.
And you're going to just attack.
Yeah, so I'm just going to use my melee attack. So solar weapon. It's a 21 to attack.
All right, +2 for flanking.
Oh, right. It's a 23.
So definitely a hit. And is that 14 points of damage? Or
it'll be 14.
I'm just guessing that hits its KIC. I should probably look. Yes, it does. Alrighty. Yeah, this thing, not looking great. You've... not only is it very confused looking, but it's taken a couple big old cuts. And finally, at the bottom of the turn order is Gnak.
Do we recognize anything about this beast from any of the notes that we have?
I believe I said last week that you recognized it from Dr. Al-Nuif's warning to be careful not to get caught in its toothy maw. It is a whiskered Renkroda.
Does it? Do we know that the spores aren't doing anything to negatively affect it?
Like I said, it definitely looks a little crazed. It's shaking its head as it's attacking you. It does look like it might have taken some effect from these mold spores, which, as I recall, you guys were unable to identify what the mold exactly did to you.
All right, so of course, get him! And I will pull out my azimuth laser pistol and fire it. And that is a 5 on the die, so an 11 to hit, 12 with get him. Or 13 with Edris's ability.
Correct. That is a miss.
Yeah, I figured.
That's a miss.
I figured.
But he's been got. He's been gattemed. I think now it is my turn to attack people. Now he has got a bite and a tail attack. And I don't know who's gonna get what.
Come at me, bro. I don't know what the version of bro would be for the Vescaria.
Dino bro.
Come at me, cousin. We're both reptiles. He could be my cousin.
Hey, Edris, do you know this guy?
I don't know. Let me roll a culture check.
Okay, so it's swiping its tail again at Alindra. It wants more tail action. I've rolled a 16 on a dice. That is a hit for 16 points of damage. Now, as it does this, it lets out a mighty roar.
That was pretty mighty.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And I need everyone to make a will save for me.
That was almost too mighty.
Let's see how you roll.
Patrick, is this a fear effect?
This is indeed.
We'll take a bonus then. Ooh, 25 for Dross.
All right. So I believe, just looking at the numbers here,
Is it mind affecting? This is +2 if it is.
it is 11. Still not going to do it. Andis and Alindra have both failed, and you both are shaken as the condition for 5 rounds. Definitely at the end of the combat.
That's a cool ability.
Well, dang.
And that is its entire turn, which brings us back to the top of the turn order in turn 2 with Raimi.
All right, so I'm going to cast Caustic Conversion.
Oh, new spell time.
Yes. So I have to roll a ranged attack against your EAC.
Yep, it's a acid attack, which is an energy attack. So you can go ahead and roll that.
All right. That's 19 plus 1 for Get him and plus 1 for Edris. That's 21.
That's going to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a success. So I get to roll 4d4, and then it takes an additional 5 acid damage at the end of its turn for each round during the spell's duration. So for 1 extra round, it takes 5 damage.
Nice. And now, does this count as a harmful spell from your spell hack? Do you get a bonus on this as well?
Yes.
All right, cool. Roll those dice.
So that is...
You've rolled one of everything.
Yeah. So 3,
Complete average.
7, 8, and 11.
On its turn, it takes another 5 for 2 turns. Is that what you said?
For the next turn, I believe.
Wow. That's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. Andis, on to you, sir.
All right. Well, I think I'll just sit down and have a Twinkie because I'm not going to be much use in this fight.
you just shoot at it.
Nah, that's boring though. I'll crack it and shoot at it. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and fail. I swear, if you had rolled the 20, I would have been very angry. It's like, oh, I could have gotten out of that because you said you were going to just chill and eat a Twinkie. 10 is going to be a miss. I'm sorry, Jabert.
Yeah.
That brings us to Edros. Tyler.
All right. Well, with Alindra flanking and me not having to move, I think I'll go ahead and take a full attack action and make 2 attacks with the curved blade.
Oh, boy.
Or is Alindra giving me the bonus anymore because she's shaken?
Nope. The shaken is just giving her a negative. She's still threatening this creature, so...
Yeah.
Still
Okay,
get the
so
bonus.
shaken is a -2 to ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. All right, cool. Then let's just throw out the 2 attacks. First attack at a -2 is going to be 19.
Does that include a get 'em?
Oh, it does not. I'm very sorry. So 20.
Right, that is a hit.
Yeah.
minimum damage, 11 points of damage.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Second attack.
You need to be doing more than that. All right, second attack at a -1, I guess. Oh my gosh! I rolled another 19. Oh, I want to crit so bad.
Nice. You're getting there.
27.
That's obviously a hit. 27.
12 points of damage. Again, I rolled a 2.
All right. Yeah, it's still up. It's still looking quite dangerous. Alindra, you both have slashed at this thing like 4 times between you, and it wants to go down. Are you going to be able to do it?
We'll see. I have a -2 penalty to attack rolls, so let's see how this goes.
Offset by your flanking currently.
That's true.
And get him.
And get him, and Edris's ability.
So that's a 14 to attack.
Nope, that is a miss against
Oh.
KAC. Perhaps Gnak, aka the closer. Gnak, it's your turn.
All right, once again, get it. And I'm going to shoot it with my azimuth laser pistol one more time. That is a 22 to hit
Hit.
for 5 damage. A whopping 5 damage.
All right, it's still got a couple of very meaty targets right in front of it. A little confused though. Who's it going to? Oh, of course, it's going to attack Alindra again.
No.
Oh, man.
only Alindra, and it's going to actually use its bite this time around. Awesome.
Oh,
Awesome.
Man.
Natural 20 on the die.
Oh, Mac. Oh.
All right, so I've rolled some d6 for its bite attack. That's a 6 and a 1. So that is 27 points of damage.
Dang.
As the very tooth-filled head of the whiskered Renkroda just tears into your rib cage, starts tearing out flesh.
Oh my god. Okay.
You're still alive, right?
Yeah. All
He
right.
sounds so confident.
Technically still alive. Yeah, you guys should probably put this one down. Turn 3, Raimi, your turn.
No, it takes 5 points of damage right now.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right.
Puts damage right down. It is still alive, though. So close.
I'm gonna shoot at it with my laser rifle. It's 23 plus 2, that's 25.
That is a hit, and no matter what you roll on damage, it goes down.
Bam!
It had
Yay!
a single hit point.
Oh.
Aha. Loved it so much. And we're out of combat.
Alindra would like to rest for a bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Are you going to need to use some of the healing serums?
I probably should. That would probably be a wise thing to do.
Yeah.
Andis comes out from behind the tree and goes, "Did you see me? Did you see me?"
I was behind that stump for some reason.
I was helping from behind the stump. Oh, you guys couldn't see all the good things I did? Oh, bummer.
Okay, so I'm just going to use my Mark 1 healing serum. So that's a 1d8, right? And I got a 2. Lovely.
Yeah, so you're fine, right?
Let's see. I think we got some Mark IIs in here.
Yeah.
I've got one on me, so I can
And
use.
I'm gonna try to treat deadly wounds on Alindra here.
Right, so she's got a pretty big, nasty gash.
Oh.
That was an evil dice.
I saw it rolling on the 20, and I was like, nah. And I went over to the 18. I was like, ooh. Now that there's.
Are you?
Rebecca, you want to roll another serum? Do you want to do a Mark II?
Maybe I'll do a Mark 2. Is that 3d8? Is that right? I
Yes,
don't have it in front of me. Okay.
it is a 3d8.
Hate to get rid of that. All right, so that's plus 10. Not great rolls tonight.
Yeah, she rolled a 1, a 6, and a 3. Ew.
It's not bad.
Patrick, can I roll maybe, I don't know, like a survival check or something on this dead Renkroda to learn maybe how the spores were affecting it, or see if it has anything worth value to us?
I mean, it definitely seemed to be exhibiting some very odd animal behavior, but I mean, unless you want to spend a ton of time carving it up and, I don't know, making a necklace of teeth, doesn't seem to be that worthwhile. It's just a giant evil lizard.
What about Renkroda
while we're doing-
steaks?
I think while we're taking our 10-minute rest, I might take a tooth.
Yeah, that's fine.
A single.
Hey, just to be clear, I'm no longer shaken, right?
That goes away after about 20 seconds. Yes, you're fine.
Okay, great.
Awesome. So, Rawwalkie, or as I think we learned between last week and this week, her actual name is in the AP Rockawi. I definitely transposed a couple letters in her name when I was writing my notes.
We were all too afraid to
Walkie's
tell you.
better.
Yeah, because you guys know exactly what you're supposed to be called. So Rawalkie goes to sleep first, and then she stays up with you, Edros, because she heard that you were going to be like the previous night alone on your watch, and she does come up to you eventually and tries to make some small talk, and she's like, I want you to know that even though I was delirious and I told you my name incorrectly when I was infected with the sporelings. I wanted to thank you for being willing to step forward and end my life, Edros. Thank you for that.
Well, I've seen a lot of bad things happen to my old crew, and many times what we go through is worse than just a quick death. And I feel like one should honor those requests. I'm really glad that we were able to patch you up and that you're with us now, but...
If it had not been for Andis, I would have died when those things germinated.
He's an amazing medic.
I don't know why things like that happen in this world, good or bad, but it seemed like that happened for a reason. You stopping and them healing me. Regardless, whether it be random chance, I wanted to thank you.
You're welcome. I have a question for you, though, if you don't mind.
Of course, anything.
We were going through a pack of Yoroks, and as we were trying to travel through them, a shot went over the valley, and it caused them to go into a stampede. Mm-hmm. Your group didn't happen to take that shot, did they?
My group went on ahead, but I believe a splinter of the cultists were trailing behind. I didn't understand exactly what they were doing, but I think they were waiting for you. There's a Shirin that travels with them. It's Tahomen's right-hand girl. Goes by the name of Salask Sykesel, and she carried with her a very mean-looking Shirin eye rifle. Perhaps it was her.
That would make sense. I think we're going to have to be more careful if we cross any open ground. I don't want to get sniped from some cliffside. Thank you for telling me.
Alrighty, guess what day it is? Day 8 of your journey, everybody. Ooh. And we know what that means. It means it's time for some survival rolls. See if you can find your way through the jungle.
Oh, man. I'm wearing out the button on this survival check. Here we go.
How many days are we going through the jungle again?
Oh, come on.
Probably 13 at this point because we have failed this day. Yeah, just the pathway around the foothills you were taking in the first leg of the journey, Edros, seems to have disappeared, and now there's foothills all around you. And after getting turned around the previous day in the mold storm, you're just unable to make up as much ground in the direction you think you need to be going. Day 8, who wants to use their suit to just negate all the heat effects for the day?
Yeah, I'll use mine.
Edris will use his as well.
Alrighty. Throughout the day, Ralkawi comes up to you, Edros, and is like, "Can I lighten your load? May I take your pack?"
Yeah, sure. I'll give her. I've got some. I'm carrying around actually quite a lot of bulk, so I'd hand off some stuff.
Are you carrying like all these flower clippings you guys have been throwing in a sack?
No, but I've got like I think I've got a backup generator, and I've got a bunch of gear. Right,
you got gear. She takes them from you. And she'll do the same for anyone else that seems to be having trouble with the heat. And it's a really hot, sticky morning. And it's about halfway through the morning, maybe even traveling for like 4 hours or so, 3 or 4 hours, when through the thinning trees, you come across an unnaturally wide plain. Within a broad clearing, you see the ruins of stone structures falling apart and overgrown with vines and fungi. But what catches your eye is towards the center of this clearing, a massive statue in the middle, over 100 feet away, and it's nearly 60 feet tall and twice that distance long. And it depicts an elven person resting in a reclining position, looking towards the sky, head rested on one elbow and the other hand lifted towards the heavens. And it's all rusted and roached. It's like a metal structure, and you see sections of the elf's skin marked with odd patches and various rusty patterns. Oh, I love it so much. I just want to stay in the jungle forever. So, Drew, you remember reading something from Halkuim Zon's notes that seems to spark your memory while taking a look at this giant statue of this elven creature.
Alindra, this statue reminds me of the weird thing you did back at the obelisk.
It's canon now that she laid down in front of...
It made it in the episode, so it counts.
No, but this is from Halkuim Zon's notes.
So this massive stone figure is a reclining elven form covered in weathered boils. I suspect it is an effigy that served ritual purposes, such as absorbing the illness of some great king so that he could live forever.
Yes, and Halkuim Zon named it the Plague Warden.
Ooh. It's called the Plague Warden.
You guys are still in the tree line, and it's fairly early in the morning, but Raimi, you have taken 9 points of stamina damage this morning, and Gnak and Andis, you've taken 1.
Oh, man.
All right. So do you want to use a resolve and get rid of that?
Yes.
All right, so you can take a 10-minute break on the edge of the clearing and do that.
Guys, I need a rest real quick.
So while we're sitting here taking a break, Andis comes up to Alindra and asks her how she's feeling.
I am feeling a little bit weak.
Yeah, a little down.
Yeah.
Are you feeling the heat right now?
Yeah, I'm thinking about lying down and staring at the stars.
And maybe pointing your fingers up at it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, you do that. I'm going to take a look at this gash on your arm while you hold your arm up here.
Oh no, the bite in her or the side of her torso is still pretty raw. You bandaged it up the previous day, but still down hit points, right, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to change those bandages for her. Gnak, can you give me a hand over here?
Yeah, of course.
Alindra winces repeatedly, but tries to stay strong.
Oh well, I'll try to be gentle. Nope.
Going hard as a mother pronker.
Yeah. So Andis with an aid by Gnak gets a 20. And just sort of yanks on those bandages. And the bandages are changed, but they're no HP for you here. Sorry.
What's the DC for the success?
It's 25 when you have a med kit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
pretty-
still
rough.
pretty high.
Mm-mm.
Alindra just looks at Andis in shock and says, "Ow!"
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe avoid the teeth.
While she's not looking, just jab another healing serum in her bag. Be like, I'm amazing.
Oh, look, I did it. Oh, yeah.
Heal thyself.
That's actually not a bad idea. I'm going to go ahead and give her a mark 2.
Yes. Use those precious resources. Love it.
Okay, so that'll be 14 for you there.
Sweet.
Nice.
Alrighty, so you guys are kind of coming in from the northeast of this clearing, and before you get to the statue, there are a number of ruined stone buildings, like I said, overgrown with vines and moss. Rakawi, as you step forward, is like, I know nothing of this place. I did not get this far.
Oh, look, there it is. There's the statue.
That looks so
I actually
pretty.
have something I'd like to do. Might seem kind of crazy, but I know that she is covered in boils of some kind of pattern. I wondered if there was any way to see if there was a astrological pattern that was on the skin of the statue. Does that make sense? Like, can I compare it to my star map using physical science?
I mean, you'd have to get pretty up close to investigate it. From far off, it does look kind of like just patches all over the statue.
Or do they match your tattoos?
Well, it sounds like we need to go investigate, but
Yeah, we have
I
to
will
get
warn
closer.
everyone. I think Edris would caution and say, our friend here did tell us that the enemy is using a sniper rifle, and this is a large clearing. So let's try and keep our heads down and don't just stand out in the open like some inviting target waiting for a bullet.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
There are a number of stone buildings on the exterior of the clearing. Do you guys want to investigate them at all, or do you want to make your way towards the statue?
I don't know about you guys. I think we should investigate the buildings first and make our way through them as much as possible.
I agree. You never know what we might find in there to help us out.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So I'll let you place your guys along this side. You see there's some to the north of you, some to the south. There's a wide area of about 70 feet between a couple of them. These ones here to the south stand about 10 to 15 feet tall in places. Pretty tall structures. This one over here to the north, a lot lower. It looks like almost all of them have been knocked down, so they're like 2-3 feet most. They look kind of like fences at this point, stone fences.
Let's go south first.
Yeah, let's just go into the south and try and keep our heads below the walls.
Oh, wasn't everyone give me a perception check?
My best skill, perception. Oh wow, actually that time. glad I'm wasting a 19 on a perception roll.
Me too, Tyler. Me too. Right, so you don't really see anything here. It definitely looks like this was a building at some point, but it's been destroyed by time, over perhaps thousands, if not even longer. They're barely standing. It looks like the trees and vines are kind of propping them up more than anything against gravity.
Okay.
So no writing or anything?
Nah.
Okay. So and there's no like well or any sort of foundational thing that would give us an idea of what the building used to be.
No, it's just all jungle floor at this point.
I'm going to the middle building.
Yeah, I'll walk back up north as well.
Right, make another perception check as you guys are heading that way. So as you're looking around the outside of the building, Edros, a fine piece of gossamer thread blows gently in the wind in front of your face, and then wraps around your chest, constricting you. And making a quick attack roll. Secretive attack roll. Ooh. So lucky. I've rolled a natural 1 on this creature's attack. You feel a light breeze bellowing on top of you, and as you look up, Edros, floating above you is a massively huge creature that looks like a 6-armed blue starfish, nearly 20 feet wide, long tentacles reaching down as it hovers in the sky above you, and hundreds of almost invisible strands of thread floating between its arms. Believe it or not, we're in initiative turn order.
What? That thing sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it
And
is.
not on the map. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Ah,
Yeah, it just kind of
lives.
that's what I was thinking.
it kind of just shimmers, and it looked like a piece of the sky, maybe a little bit of cloud above you. But as it turns down and angles towards you to attack, you can see it in its full grossness. Six arms, and they're coming for you. This thread kind of missed you, and it was trying to yank you up. We rolled initiative before we started playing, and I don't know where Gnak was, where he was taking a peek. But Gnak, 24 on initiative. What is your action? Do you see this thing now? It's hovering right above Edros.
Pronk, get it! And I'm gonna shoot it with my azimuth laser pistol. And that is a 10 on the die, a 16, so plus with get him 17 to hit.
Plus a 1, a 17. Exactly what you needed.
Yes! It's only 4 damage though, so I know I do big
We're gonna be
numbers,
here a while.
but
Awesome. And next in the initiative turn order, so happy about this, I get to go with this giant sky monster. All right, so on this thing's turn, it saw Edros first, and I think it's going to continue to try and attack Edros. And it's got, besides these threads that it shot out at you, has a big ol' tentacle, and it is going to hover. It's going to hover about 15 feet above your head and try and buffet you, try and smack you with these tentacles.
I've seen this anime.
Definitely a miss. What is your armor class, KAC, Tyler?
22.
Okay, so I've rolled a 16, and that is going to be a hit with its tentacle, believe it or not.
Low damage, low damage, low damage.
And 13 points of damage. Smacks the tentacle into you, And that is its turn. Andis is next. Andis, what you got, Jabert?
Same thing I always do. Tracking and laser rifle. All right, so that will be 21 with
Hit.
everything. All right, that's 9 points of damage. Fire type.
Yeah, so you score this thing. It barely seems to put a dent in it. It's so big. And next in the turn order is Alindra.
All right, I am going
Whoa.
Yeah, you skipped
Edris.
address.
Next in the turn order is Edros Varanus.
So I'm gonna go off on a limb and say I can't reach this thing, right?
It is 15 feet above you, so
Okay.
no.
I'm gonna take a guarded step to try and get out of Raimi's firing range and to give everyone a +1 to their ranged attacks. And I'm actually going to do total defense. So I'm just going to take as good of a defensive stance as I can, and I'm just gonna say, "You guys are gonna have to shoot this out of the sky. Can't reach it." And that's all. That's it.
All right, making yourself into a tasty bite-sized snack. I like it. Let me check my notes here. Alindra is next in the turn order. Double checking.
Okay, so how tall is this wall?
It's about 4 foot, maybe
Okay,
3 or 4 foot. So you
so it's
can
not
get
tall enough to get there to where I can melee it.
no.
In that case, I guess the only thing I can really do is shoot it, which is unfortunate.
I mean, I don't know. It's a. I think that's a smart choice myself.
What, to shoot it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because this thing has a lot of tentacles, and it could just. And I think it's probably a pretty heavy hitter, so it might. I think it. I mean, it might whoop me in a few turns. I don't know. You guys might just want to kind of create a firing line and just.
Yeah, I
Actually,
just don't have very good ranged attack. But
I have a
what?
question, Alindra. You've got that graviton attunement thing that will pull enemies towards you. Will that also pull them towards the ground to put them in melee range, or will it just pull them like distance on the map towards you?
Oh no,
That's
it
a good
pulls.
question.
It pulls direction, so it would pull something down that's flying above.
But only by 10 feet.
Yeah, but it's only 15 foot above the ground, so that's all you
Right,
would
so
need.
I guess that would work.
That's a
but,
that's a great idea.
Ooh.
but it requires that I be fully graviton attuned, so it would take 3 rounds to get there.
I
But
don't
still,
think
I
we're
mean,
gonna kill this.
we've got Edris just bubbling up until then, so maybe that might be worth it.
Probably a good use for it, but it's up to Alindra. What does she want to do right now?
Yeah, okay, I can try that. So I'm gonna move from like 10 feet away, and I'm going toward graviton attunement.
Mhm.
And I'll use my pistol. So
That is a
15
hit.
to attack
Nice.
for minimum damage 3.
Okay. And next in the turn order is Raimi.
All
The
right,
bottom.
so Raimi is just gonna fire magic missile.
Oh, starting off strong.
I like it.
Yeah. So that's 5 to a 7 plus 4 is 11. Plus 5 is 12.
Plus 5 is 12. Got it. All right.
Oh yeah.
Goody amount of damage. Excellent. And that is that whole turn. That takes us back to Gnak. Drew.
All right, once again, get him! And I'm going to, as a swift action, pull out my arc pistol from my cheek pouch and fire it.
Arc pistol shooting time. How fast is Tyler on the draw?
Oh, that is a natural 1 on the die, making it let's see, 8 with get him and 9 with Tyler's ability.
Excellent.
Don't think
We're gonna
that's
move
get it. Yeah.
move on to its turn, and it obviously goes far away from Adros because it did no damage to it this turn, and it's going to fire some sticky web at the 3 people that did do damage to it. It is going to take some of these very fine filaments and fling them at people that did damage to it. Some nasty damage. I think it's going to be the best buds, Andis and Raimi, who did the most damage. What are your guys' KAC?
My KAC is 17.
22, 21 with fatigued.
Oh, you didn't rest up?
No, because I was trying to heal up Lindra's HP.
Oh boy. Okay, so that is it actually misses Raimi with this filament. You're so fleet of foot. You dodge right out of the way, and this thing wraps around Andis, entangling you, in this very spiderweb like silk, and you take a little bit of damage. 11 points of damage. That's a little, right? Bludgeoning as it kind of constricts around you. You are entangled, and it is attached to this thing way up in the sky.
Okay, sorry. So am I grappled then?
You are entangled as the condition, and you can't move away. It's kind of got you snug on a line. It's gone fishing. That is its turn, Andis. It is your turn.
Hang on, I have to look up entangled now.
This is a negative entangled -2 to your AC, attack, reflex, initiative, dexterity base. Basically, the gamut. You can't run or charge, and you are ensnared. It impedes your movement. You can't move away from this creature, this monster, but it doesn't prevent you from moving completely. And you're not anchored, so you can kind of move side to side. But you can move closer to it, and you can attack. So
-2, so -3 to attack rolls.
You're getting pretty crippled there, buddy.
Yeah.
What you
Andis tries to kind of wrap the laser rifle around one of these things to steady it as he points the laser rifle back up and into this thing's gaping maw, and takes a shot. Wait, it takes 2 shots. And I take 2 shots.
Whoa!
I'm just going for broke here.
Yeah.
20s happen.
Aw, ones happened too.
No, there were no ones.
Oh shoot! I was looking at damage.
Yeah.
17's happened. I was looking. So we've got 1 miss for sure and 1 hit for sure.
Yeah, so that would be
17 EAC against this.
correct. Yes.
That is definitely. I think you got 18 on that highest one. So what's our damage?
That's gonna be 5 points of damage.
Alrighty,
It's minimum, but it still works.
Don't you level to it?
I love that your minimum
Miles.
matches my maximum.
Yeah, no, but trust me, whenever you're putting points up against a Starfinder monster, that is good news. Pistol, or even if you're punching something in the face, trust me, folks. Ed Ross, Tyler, your turn.
I've got a crazy idea, but you gotta tell me if I can do it.
All right, it's probably going to be a no if it's crazy. You have to ask. What you got?
Well, this thing is 15 feet up in the air, but it's right next to one of the crumbled walls. How tall is that wall?
4 feet.
We already went over all of this. You got to pay attention.
I did, but oh my god, that was like 20 minutes ago. We've done
It was like 5 minutes ago.
It was an arbitrary amount of information then. It's a very important
Rebecca
piece of
asked to do
information.
I
the
asked
same
you.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, she did?
Yeah, she definitely did.
I hate all you guys.
No.
You are paying attention to other
No.
people's turns, like what they do, right?
I am. I don't remember her saying that. I thought she
did.
said. I thought she asked if she could shoot over it.
You know what? No,
No.
because it's you, I'm going to allow it this time. Olindra, no, but Tyler, no running starts flying in the air and do it. You got a giant gun, don't you? That's able to do a ton of damage.
Yeah, but I suck with it, and I'm really close to the dang. I'm too.
You
close
can either
to it now.
attempt to do that or do nothing. So
Andis looks at Edris and winks and says, "I believe in you."
Oh,
Okay. All right. I fire. Well, move action to take it out. Point blank range. I'll fire a artillery laser.
all right. It slaps you for the disgrace of trying to shoot it at such close range, and I'm pretty sure it misses. That is a miss.
All right. 13 on the die, plus I get 5, so 18.
That's a hit.
Yes.
I like. Have you not shot this gun in like 15 episodes?
Yeah, well, no, I fired it in the Uruk fight. Anyway, so that's 1d10. Dang it! I almost thought it was going to be max damage. 8 on the dice, plus 4, 12 points of damage to the ugly blue thing.
Only 12 points of damage. Okay, that's so much. Even with everyone else's guns, it's so great. Okay, that is your turn, Alindra. We're back to Alindra.
All right, so I'm 1 more point toward Graviton Attunement, and I guess I will use my pistol.
Do you want to shoot once? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just once.
That is a
So,
hit.
17. Yeah. 18.
Yep. Hit.
And max damage at 6.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, y'all are all in awe when Alindra does 6 damage with a pistol. When Gnak does 6 damage with a pistol, you're like, come on, pull up your DPS, Gnak. Come on.
doesn't.
No one ever says a word to you.
No one has ever said any of those words.
I have said it to myself.
Someone just says gun envy.
I was about to say, I'm happy when Gnak does 1 point of damage. I don't know why you're complaining.
That brings us to the bottom of the turn order with Miles. Raimi, it is your turn.
All right, so Raimi's gonna take his laser rifle and shoot at the giant blue monster. That's 15 plus, was it 2? 1 for get him, 1 for Edris?
Nope, just one for get him.
Just 1 for get us, so 16, so miss.
What?
Yo.
Why does an Edris? I'm still threatening, aren't I?
No, you're not touching this thing. You haven't touched it in combat.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
So yeah, 16. So
Unfortunately, a miss. That brings us back to Gnak. Turn 3.
Surprise, surprise, get him!
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, and I'm going to shoot it with my arc pistol again. That's a 15 on the, or 6 on the die, 15, so that's a 16 with get 'em.
I believe we have discovered. That is a miss.
Yeah.
And all right, on the monsters, it is going to actually take its move action on, and it's going to draw on the thread by moving closer to Andis, and it's going to hover right above Gnak, Alindra, and Andis, and it's going to send a tentacle out to Gnak. Sweet Gnak. I've rolled an 8 on dice. Pretty sure that's it. A 6. So that is 13 points of damage. Gnak. And Andis, your turn.
So what would it be to escape the entanglement?
So with this, it is a physical material that you can see. You might be able to cut it free if you have a blade of some sort.
I mean, it's typically like an acrobatics check of some sort.
It will be an acrobatics check.
I'm sorry, Andis, I forgot I was going to cut you out.
It's okay. I don't own a knife. Andis is going to, since this thing has moved in and Andis already has their gun wrapped around the tendrils, this thing is just moving closer in to Andis's trap. He's going to do the same thing again.
You've activated my Andis card.
Exactly. There's one.
Oh!
So that's, so my first one is around a 20.
Definitely.
All right, my second one is probably less of a hit.
Yeah, that's going to be a miss. I'm sorry if it will also take an attack of opportunity on you, but you can tally up your damage while I tally up mine, or not, because I probably missed you. Yes. It tried to get another kind of loose tentacle swiping at you, but did not manage to do so.
Okay, that'll be 9 damage.
Ooh.
As Andis is so confident in this strategy, he's like, "This is working."
Yeah, it is not doing too well. It's kind of limping a little bit in the sky. It's like you see it kind of flutter a little bit, almost like a butterfly.
Does
trying
it
to
flutter
gain,
down a little bit? Does it flutter
altitude?
down?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely. It stays perfectly still where it is above you guys. But that takes us to Edros's turn.
All
Tyler.
right. Guarded step. Open fire. Rolling a d20. Bam. Kill it. That's going to be a 18, I think.
That's a hit.
That's another d10 plus 4. Come on, high damage.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a 9 on the die. That's going to be 13 damage.
Yeah, so you score this thing. You see the massive laser bolt rip through it and continue on above the forest. And it just, kind of tries to flutter up away from you guys. And you hear psychically in your brain, it begins talking to you in Castrovellan.
What?
Yeah. Who speaks Castrovellan?
I do. I do.
And Gnak does as well.
So you guys both hear it inside your mind, and it just kind of beams at you like,
Please let leave no attack.
It's Alindra's turn, by the way.
Oh, are we still in combat?
Yeah.
It's not dead yet? All right.
Nope. Sorry.
So I am fully graviton attuned, so I'm gonna pull it back down with my black hole.
All right. So it gets is it a will save? Fortitude.
Gosh, I had it right here.
We haven't done this since episode 2.
Yeah, it's fortitude save.
Fortitude save. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. It's not bad. It has failed its fortitude save. It's not bad. It's bad. You drag it right down to it's within attack range of you.
Can we communicate with each other before the next couple of turns?
Yeah. What do you want to say?
It's asking to be let go. This thing seems to be intelligent. Should we try to talk to it before we murder it?
Nah.
Oh, it's right. It's. I'm not the one holding on to it, or maybe I am.
Exactly. And it's my turn, right?
It is. If there wasn't someone else that's going to attack you, you feel a massive bullet hole appear in your chest, Raimi, as a sniper bullet from behind you in the clearing rips straight on through.
All right. I'm going to roll ignore DM.
not an option. Let's see here. I've rolled very low. It seemed like, so that is 5 points of damage. You hear the retort after you've taken the damage. Why don't you give me a perception check? Range?
All right.
Yeah. So it looks like you just see like a glint from inside the head of the reclining statue. Someone's taken a position. They're about 20 feet up off the ground and has a pretty good view of where you're standing right.
All right, so I point out to where I see the sniper and saying, someone's firing from over there.
Okay, yeah. So you can kind of point out the direction. It is indeed your turn now.
I'm gonna fire back the monster. Still, that's a miss.
Ooh, 4 on the dice. Yes, indeed. And taking us to turn 4, Gnak.
Do we know that it's the monster that's trying to communicate with us?
You could tell, yeah. It's like looking at you and just coming directly from its direction, psychically.
I want to try to talk to it. Tentacled beast, why do you suddenly ask for help when you've been attacking us? And I say it in Castrovellan because it's big Castrovellan.
It says,
you rolled really well on damage attacks and the GM didn't roll well at all. I want to get out of here.
Gnak, tell it we'll spare it if it goes and attacks whoever's trying to snipe us from the head of the elven thing.
Oh yeah, attack the. We will spare you if you can defeat the thing that's attacking us from the head of the statue.
It says,
okay, yes, we'll go. We'll go now.
While it's going, can I use either my Inferno knife or my tactical knife to free Andis?
Yeah, make an attack roll.
No, my strategy.
It flutters away, like almost 50 foot straight up, and then just kind of like floats off in this direction. I'm going to keep us in turn order. Andis, your turn. You are still wrapped in its web. It has like let go of it, but it will take a little bit more damage to get you free.
Even
Gnak,
with
you did 4 points.
Oh, okay. So it's not just the attack roll; it's the damage to the stuff that's wrapping him up.
Yeah, you've cut like 2 or 3 threads loose. There's a few more. Is there anything you'd like to do, Andis?
I don't speak Castrovellan.
I mean, you heard Gnak talk.
Wow. During all of this, I related to Andis what's going on.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You spent 6 seconds speaking Castrovellan in your brain.
Oh, you could say it back, but I understand. You've rolled 2 attack rolls, and they both missed.
They do, yeah.
Both of them, unfortunately. Edros. Tyler, you heard the sniper's retort.
And yeah, Raimi pointed out where he is. I'm going to... Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to break into a run. I'm going to run right towards the statue.
Okay, so you get about halfway there, and the ground here is just like a collection of pools and moss and these upturned stones, and almost the entire clearing past these buildings that you are exploring is all difficult terrain. So two squares. Once you get to about here on the map, 2 squares of movement for every one that you would normally move. No charging. And in this clearing, you see a couple of columns that are still standing up, and almost all of them you could tell you could possibly duck behind to get full cover.
Yeah, I was definitely eyeing those sweet columns, and I will duck behind one of those columns.
So you're here. So you're gonna try and get to one of the columns.
Yeah, can I make it to the tiny column, or that's
No,
probably
okay.
too far with difficult terrain?
Difficult terrain, 2 squares of movement expended for every one.
Okay, so
I don't think
if
you'll be
I
able to make
run-
it to any of them.
Yeah, if I run, I can go. Is it running as 4 times your movement?
So no charging, no running through difficult terrain.
Oh, you can't run through it. Okay, my
Nope.
fault. I forgot.
It's quite alright.
Okay, then I guess the best thing I can do is double move, which is 70 feet, but by half. So let's see. Oh man, I can't go very far at all.
Yes, that is the point I think of what they were going for in this encounter.
Yeah.
Can you make it to the walls we went to in the south, and then go through the difficult terrain in the next turn?
Yeah, I think that's a better idea. I'm gonna move all the way back down to the ruins to the south that we initially explored.
Yeah, so you can run through
walls.
there
Okay.
just fine. And those walls do provide total cover because they're about 9-10 feet tall in places. All right, and that brings us to Alindra.
Can I run to where Dross is?
So I'm sorry for if you are running, which is 4 times your movement, it does have to be in a straight line. So actually, you might have to take a couple moves.
Yeah.
Tyler was like here, so you can go. Tyler, you can basically run to back here, up behind the stones, and you're gonna have to just double move. Fortunately, Rebecca, because there's like a big old tree and some stone in front of you.
Okay, so I can like move over here and then straight down.
You can move your full 12 spaces, 60 feet. Raimi, what you got?
Well, the first thing Raimi's going to do is turn himself invisible.
That's not a bad idea here.
And then I'm going to go as far as I can on the edge of the difficult terrain. So I guess I'll go here, and I can go, 10 more feet
Yeah,
down?
so you can move 10 feet into it.
Okay.
So you're heading towards the statue?
Yes.
Knack.
Alindra, hang in there. We're gonna get to cover. Inspiring boost. Here's 11 stamina.
Now you're kind of hiding behind a tree from where the statue is, Knack, but that is still not full cover. Do you want to move at all, or
Is there any chance I could do a stealth check to move, kind of without them seeing me?
Unfortunately, if you're moving to the buildings in the south, that's just wide open, so there's nowhere to hide.
I'm gonna hold off on moving then.
Okay, all right. The giant sky fisher, this starfish-like creature up here, is just taking off. Is like psychically says while it's on the edge of its range. It says,
Thank you for not killing me. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
and this 147.
All right, I'm gonna try to make an acrobatics check to get out of it.
Nice.
All right,
Not enough.
then I'll just hang out here for a little while. I sit down behind the stump and drink a nice little sarsaparilla. Eat my lunch. I've packed a nice few rations for the day. I'm very excited about the tuna salad.
Why do I choose not to do anything instead of cutting Andis out of the
I don't know, Knack. I
Sorry.
point my gun at Knack.
Sorry. I forgot that was still a
killed
thing that I
Alindra.
could do.
Cut him out.
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
cut him out. Or Lindra,
Sorry.
who's right there too. Ed Ross hiding behind a stone wall. I think the only one that can't be shot right now. What you got, Tyler?
I'm going to double move to get onto the edge of the bad ground and behind a pillar.
Okay, and Alindra.
All right, hold on. Is Andis still under restraints or whatever it is?
Yes.
Okay, can I use Psychokinetic Hand to try to get rid of them?
No. You can try and slash him out quite easily though.
All right, so I'll walk up to him and slash him out.
Like you have the perfect weapon for it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's a natural 20. Great thing to
20.
use my natural 20.
Oh my god.
Not only do you cut the threads apart, but they disintegrate in a photon charge flame damage. a maximum maximum amount of damage there. It only needed 10 damage to cut them loose. So I think like your minimum damage probably would have.
God, I never crit.
Wasted it here. All right, and now I've got a couple more targets. Oh, of course. Oh no, I don't have this many targets. Raimi's invisible. Beep boop. So the shot rings out and it whizzes by both Alindra and Andis's ears. Twang! So I've rolled a 3 on the dice. The sniper attack not going to be enough, I think, to hit Alindra, the intended target, because Andis is providing a little bit of that soft cover, and the bullet just whizzes between both of your heads, right by your ears.
See, good things happen when you hang out with me.
Yeah, that was totally fortuitous. And Raimi, invisible Raimi, you sneaking forward.
Yep. I'm gonna keep on sneaking forward so I can go 30 feet.
Basically, yeah. Why don't you make another perception check for me? Because you've cut about half the distance.
17.
Right. So you can see that there's just a little slit in. It looks like the ear of the statue, and you see the sniper rifle poking out. You can see that figure. That takes us to a Gnak on turn 6.
If I can double move, I can move 60 feet. Is that correct?
If you double move, you can move 60. If you run in a straight line without any obstacles, twice that. So 120.
All right, then I'm going to run double move to get beyond the wall.
Andis, or 7, you are free.
Okay. Well, let's move for real this time. Actually, I might just go right here. Can I make a perception check to see if I can spot the sniper?
Please do.
22.
You have like the general idea of where it's coming from because Raimi pointed out exactly where.
All right, then I'm going to take a second move right there.
Okie dokie. Edros, still moving forward?
Yeah, but now I'm moving through the difficult terrain, so my double move is not nearly as good. I can only get kind of the corner of this pillar, so I'm probably within... Probably, the guy could probably see me. I'm a little worried.
It is possible, Alindra.
All right, so I'm trying to figure out how far I can go. If I go in a straight line, can I go to here?
It looks like it was a completely flat plain at one point of these huge paver stones, but these giant roots have sprouted up and knocked them all out of place, so you're almost climbing in places, and Raimi's doing like backflips and stuff over these mossy roots.
Gotcha, okay.
Okay, and the sniper's going to take another attack at Alindra, she sees right in the open. Natural 20 on the dice. Only my second against Alindra for the night, right?
Oh my.
Yeah, and the one time I crit in this freaking game is to free Andis.
I'm rolling D10s, but I've not rolled over a 4, so that is 12 points of damage. Yeah, this bullet just rips right through your gut, and you look down. You take 3 points of bleed damage as well, as you are just expiring like a stuck pig. And that is damage that you're going to take on your turn as well, unless you can, I believe, save against it. That takes us to Raimi. Raimi, you've got a bead on this sniper. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna keep on keeping on.
Okay, you can see it from where you're at, though.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do to it if you get closer?
Well, am I within spell range?
That's a good question. What is Magic Missile? Magic Missile is
90
at this point 140 feet.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, because it's 100 plus 10 feet per level.
Okay.
I have done the math here, and you just have 140 for Magic Missile. Just barely. Constant conversion is the same. Yeah. Wow.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
It can't miss.
Nice.
I think that's a smarter move.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do have a good deal of cover. So.
All right. 6, 8, and 11.
11 points of damage. Right. So you see these missile. They they go wide at first because you're the maximum distance you've probably ever shot a magic missile, and then they just kind of hone in and like all go right for the head of the statue and go boom, boom, boom. You hear all of them hit something inside, and yeah, it stops firing, and you hear shouts from that direction, Raimi. And I'm gonna say we're out of combat because the sniper rifle does not come back in that little aperture.
I think I got him.
Wow.
Oh boy, that was bad.
Alindra, you are.
Climatic.
I don't know. I think Alindra, you are still bleeding out. So
Yeah, I think you have plenty of climax going on.
Probably should take care of that.
Yeah, what kind of save is it?
If you want to use a healing serum, immediately get around it, Rebecca.
Against the bleed? The healing serum?
Oh, can be stopped with a successful DC 15 medicine check. You can heal.
Okay.
What do you want to do, Alindra, to stop it? Do you want to try and make your way back to Andis or
No, I'll use a healing serum.
regular one? Okay, so
Yep. Mark 1. Oh, 8. Sweet.
8 hit points back. Oh boy,
Yep.
you were still down some too, right? So not like it's wasted.
Yeah, I was.
right?
No, it's not wasted.
Okay, so you guys can gather up wherever you'd like and take stock. How are you guys doing?
I would like to try and go over to where the sniper was and
That's
climb
what
up
I'm
there
doing.
and inspect that area.
That's what I want to do too.
So you can see very easily from the base of it, it looks like it would be a very tough climb, and it doesn't look like there's any doors or anything. The slit the sniper rifle was coming through is no larger than like half a foot wide.
Can I get on Edris's shoulders and like him give you a boost?
It's like 20 feet up, so no.
Alindra would like to inspect those boils more closely now that she's right next to them.
Right, so it does look kind of like, in parts, it's just the rusted material, but you can tell that these are very finely etched on in another metallic material, and they do look like a web of maybe constellations or something on the statue's skin.
Oh, look at me! Yeah, Alindra has very good instinct. All right, so
Wow!
Yeah, it
can
seemed
I
like
use-
Halquim Zahn had no idea what he was talking about, believe it or
No,
not.
clearly not. So can I use my physical? Can I use a physical science check to compare it to my star map or something to see if I can recognize like what these constellations might be?
Could if it was maybe in greater condition. It looks just in parts there are giant holes, and in other parts just completely grown over with moss and ivy. So it doesn't look like it's in the state to kind of look over it
Okay.
better. Why doesn't
So-
everyone just give me a perception check real quick?
Natural 20.
Again,
It
roll.
doesn't matter.
When it doesn't matter. Right, so you're kind of inspecting all over this thing from top to bottom, looking at what you think might be, constellations, and you find towards its feet what looks like an entrance, like a couple of wide double doors.
Alindra enters and calls her comrades over.
Awesome. When I got this book and took a look at this section, I was like, oh, this is going to be dope. Going inside this giant, like, chill Lady Liberty.
going inside this big statue's butt. Yeah, it's gonna be the best.
In the feet.
The listeners can't see what we're seeing, but like we're seeing feet with no doors, and up where the butt is, it's like blacked out.
It's censored.
Yeah, see, that's not going into a foot.
I mean, it's more starting at the ankle.
It's like in the
Let's be
feet.
real.
Yeah, I'm just curious how long that tube is.
I'm describing it, and it's going into the base of a foot. As you open up the door there, Alindra, you see rusted plumbing hanging from the ceiling above a large
Phrasing.
rusted plumbing. Rusted plumbing hangings from the ceiling above a large central basin in the middle of this small chamber. The walls are just slick with heat and moisture, and the room has a sauna feel to it. The large dome ceiling has relief art of hundreds of constellations depicted. You guys heading inside?
Yeah.
I am.
Yep.
Right, so as you guys filter into this chamber here, Rokawi steps forth after the battle is done through the clearing and says, This seems to be a holy place. I dare not defile it by stepping inside.
That's okay, Rokawi. We will take a look inside, and if you could watch outside and alert us if anybody shows up, that'd be very helpful.
I'm gonna hide under this foot.
Sounds good. We'll just be in this holy place.
Don't you do it. Butt jokes. Wasn't anybody that's got a mysticism culture check give me a roll?
I have both.
Do we have time to take 20 on culture?
Nah, not unless you want to spend 10, 15 minutes in this room.
I just got a 20 on the culture check. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ooh. Did you put a point into culture, Tyler?
So I'm an icon, so I get culture as a class skill. And I have a point into it, yes.
I just got 9.
21 for culture.
Nice. So low on the mysticism. Raimi.
Well, I rolled a 2, so it's a 9.
Ooh. Both Edros and Gnak, you can kind of sense that there's something about this room. You're pretty sure that the ancient elves that were in Eucalam, the Oatia, that you had read about in some of the notes prepared by Alabians 21-2, that this might have been some kind of cleansing site for them. They definitely had a great deal of reverence for this statue, and you can imagine thousands of years ago, maybe attendants coming here and bathing themselves in the waters in this ritual room, this cleansing ritual. And Raimi, even though you didn't roll too well on the mysticism check, you do sense a very faint magic kind of emanating from the water basin in the center.
Hey guys, I've got bad news, but I think we should bathe in this pool of elven junk.
I mean, it's nice water. It's not junk.
Anything that's elven is pretty gross.
To you.
Anyway, I think I'm going to take a bath. Or wash myself, or whatever the tradition is. I think Gnak knows more. He read the notes closer.
No, you're pretty sure you just felt like that's what this room was used for. And if you're dipping your hands in, it does feel kind of cool compared to the sticky heat of the jungle outside. So you can wash your hands and dunk your head.
Look, this seems a little weird, but I'm gonna go with it.
Cool. Does anybody not want to gargle a little bit of elven holy water?
Can I do a physical science check to see where this water is originating from?
I mean, there's a little pipe that seems to be feeding it from underneath.
Can I determine if it's healthy?
I mean, it looks like crystal clear water.
Okay.
Sure, drinking a couple gallons I'll be able to tell you if it's deadly poison or not.
Great.
Yeah, and this isn't thirsty. It's fine.
So, Alindra, why don't you give me a physical science roll? These constellations in the top of this room.
I'd love to.
I somehow knew you would. Right, so 12 on your roll. So you recognize some of them as constellations depicted above the sky in Castrovel. Some very basic, simple designs like the worker, the island, the student. But there's a whole number of them kind of right next to those that you just don't know where they come from, don't understand them. That's about all there is to see in this room. And there is a small set of stairs going up from here.
Before we go, Edris would suggest perhaps we should take photos of all the constellations so you can look them up later.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take a snapshot of the ceiling before I go. It's not a bad idea, but yeah.
And moving on, entering this next room, so you see a long hall. Why doesn't everyone give me a perception check as you move into it?
I haven't rolled a natural one in a while. I feel like I'm due. Oh, well.
I just rolled a natural one, so thanks for that.
Thanks for the jinx.
Yeah, that's my gypsy magic.
Walking into this room, it's a small alcoves with these small little stations that each alcove seems to be telling a part of a larger tale, and you see these mosaics, these chipped images showing elves observing the heavens. Another shows what looks like a council around an oddly angular table, and another shows elves tattooing one another in these strange glyphs and designs into their skin.
Oh, Alindra takes special notice of that one.
Yeah, so you guys can move yourselves into this room. Alindra, on the ceiling, also you see 12 stylized elven figures carved into the stonework, all heavily tattooed with a prominent starburst marks on their forehead around a constellation. And you can tell that these were some kind of either scholars or holy men and women of magic means, just from their depiction. And you see the tattoos in part all match the tattooed symbols on your arm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and once again, you're just absolutely certain that Halquin Bazan was really dumb. You couldn't tell that they were tattooing each other. Or maybe he didn't even come in here. But as you guys are taking a look around here, I need everyone to make an initiative check because a very small clink happens at your feet. A grenade rolls right in your midst. All right, everyone roll me initiative.
Come on. High numbers. Oh my god.
It wanted to be a 19 so bad. So bad.
Did you say there was a grenade?
A grenade, yes. To start off the combat. That's a really great time. All right, starting off this combat, I need everyone except Raimi to give me a reflex save.
Alindra, watch your step.
Hey! So what does that do?
That gives +2 on a reflex save.
Nice. All right, so roll me up some saves, everybody.
16 for Gnak.
So 16 with the bonus.
Good.
It's a 20 for Andis.
Everyone saved against it, so
Yes.
I'm gonna do so much damage. Whomp. All right, so everyone takes 3 points of damage except Raimi. All right, so in the top of the turn order, I'm actually going to give this person an action in the surprise round because so well on initiative. Alindra, as you were studying the ceiling of this building, you saw one of these cultists, these devourer cultists you fought in the alleyway, much like Ralkawi, hiding in one of the alcoves, and you can make a move or a standard action.
Okay, question about these alcoves. Am I behind cover right now, or?
You can, yes, hide and give yourself, leave partial cover.
Okay. All right. Can I sneak around the corner and shoot a laser?
You can move, or you can take a standard action. So if you want, you can, standing where you are, just fire.
Okay, let me just fire.
Ooh.
Not so great.
Was a 3 on the dice? An 8, that is a miss. So let's go in the regular turn order with Gnak Sizrak.
All right. I'm going to target the one that is in the dead center of this group to get him. And I'm actually going to pull out my semi-auto pistol this time around and see if I can attack with that.
All right. Shooting through a draw, so he is kind of in the front there.
I'd say 14, 15 with get him.
That is a miss. Shooting through Adros. Andis, 147.
Let's see. I'm going to take a 5-foot step here into cover and fire down this open lane to Adros's left. I'm seeing this Sheeran, who I assume is holding a sniper rifle.
So if you're looking towards the back of the room, you actually, you do see, indeed, looks like a female Sheeran with a sniper rifle trained down the entire length of the hall.
All right. Well, that's who I'm going to shoot at because she seems like a jerk. 19-20 to hit.
Against EAC?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hit.
Yes.
Oh boy, that's maximum damage. That's 12.
12 points damage. Oh boy. All right.
12 damage.
And that brings us to Alindra's turn.
All right, so I'm going to go around the person here up to this guy and one of the little goon guys and use my solar weapon.
All right, you just run up, whipping out your solar blade.
Photon, sorry.
That's quite all right. That is going to be a hit.
Yes.
Awesome. That's going to do 15 damage.
What?
Yeah, because I have photon attunement.
That's so much damage. I'm still kind of shocked by it. Okay. So you slash this gentleman right across his chest for a great deal of damage. Yeah, he looks quite shocked and very hurt. Edra, it's your turn. Oh, no. Sorry. Raimi, you're next.
So I have a question. Is the Sheeran at the end there, the ding-dong that was shooting at me?
It does seem like they are holding a sniper rifle right now, and
Well, the reason I asked is because I already did 12 points of damage on the prior.
If this is the same person, then this is the person you shot with magic missile.
Okay. Then I am going to fire caustic conversion.
Ooh, boy. Ooh. So you gotta make an EAC attack roll. Oh no!
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Oh boy.
4d4 plus 5 damage now and 5 in the next round.
I think if this is something you can naturally crit with, I think you're doing double damage. Oh yeah, no.
Well, no. I mean, I think you can crit with spells though.
I think any spell, that you can roll 20 on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
if it takes an attack roll, you can crit with it.
Okay, so it does double damage.
Yep.
8d4.
Oh my gosh.
8d4. Okay, so
That's insane.
3, 4, and that's 3, 4, 5, 8, 9,
Oh god.
10, 12,
Why, Miles? Why?
13, 14 points of damage.
Wow.
Why you do this to me? Did you add 2 for your harmful spells?
Oh, sorry, 15 points of damage.
Okay, jeez Louise. All right, yeah. So you just fling these little nanites, these caustic nanites, and coat the Sheeran, her carapace, at the end of this hallway, and she starts screaming in pain. Ouch. And on her turn, she, believe it or not, runs away. Oh god.
As she does so, she also takes 5 points of damage.
Oh no. Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, she keeps taking that damage on subsequent turns.
Actually, I do have a question about that. If we're doing double damage for the attack roll, is this double damage for the caustic, or just the single damage for the caustic?
No, just the attack roll damage.
Yes, the attack roll damage.
Let's see. That is her turn. Edros, your turn. Pretty quick combat.
Yeah, I guess we'll let her get away for now. And I'm going to move in between these two guys. And I'm going to... So, yeah, I guess they can take attacks of opportunity if they would like.
Only one of these two that you're rushing in between has their sword out. The other has a scatter gun, a shotgun. The one with the sword hits you.
Nice roll.
That's going to be a D8. 7 points of damage. 18, nice. So that definitely hits. And you can make your attack.
I'm going to attack the one that is kind of off to the side. So Elindra's going up against two guys. I'll attack the one who's kind of the odd man out.
Okay.
With my curved blade. Shashwing. Ooh, 18.
That's a hit.
Yes.
Oh, minimum damage. Gosh, I suck.
All right.
11 points of damage.
Yeah, but you almost as much force as Elindra's attack. You're just nearly cutting this guy in half. He looks pretty tired from the heat as well. Like you all. Their turn. They going to... This guy that doesn't have his sword out pulls out his sword. And two of them are going to attack Adros. They're right on top of you. And I don't think they're very good at what they do. So they're just going to take a couple attacks, a couple swings, even though they're flanking. 15. That's a hit. A 2. That is a miss. So the one that hit you does 7 points of damage. Lindra, this one is going to pull its sword out and attack you. And he hits for 7 points of damage. And that's turn 1. Back to Gnak.
Once again, I'm going to cast Get 'em on the one between Alindra and Edris.
Okay.
Except I'm going to now use my semi-auto pistol to attack the one north of Edris, just to...
Make it very confusing. Got it.
Yes.
All right. 14. 15, 16, technically, because you're getting a +1 bonus from Adros, +1 from Get 'em. That's a hit.
Well, you cast Get 'em on the other one.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
So 15's a hit.
Yes, for 7 damage.
Like I said, you made it confusing for me. All right, so he's not doing well. Boy, you guys are weak. And that takes us to Andis. Jabber.
I'm going to track the gentleman that Gnak just got.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That he just shot?
No.
Oh, okay. That he got him.
or the one that he getted us him.
What happened in the battle? Oh, Gnak got him. I'm going to mark him on the in roll 20 so we know who's.
Yeah, the gentleman adjacent to both
Alindra and Adros.
Alindra and Adros.
All up in the scrum.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Yeah, like a 12.
12, right? No, 13 with Edris' bonus, right?
Nah.
Yeah, because Edris' bonus
On my
attack
sheet.
is on the other one.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is going to be a miss. Just one attack, and that takes us to Alindra.
All right, I'm going to go crazy and do a double attack. So I'm going to use my solar weapon once
Jeez
for a
Louise.
-4.
Please don't go crazy on me. Oh, you've gone crazy.
So
All right.
that's to the guy to the right. Sorry, I didn't mention that. But that'd be actually a 20 minus
Yeah.
4, so 16.
That's a hit. 12 points of damage. Okay. So yeah, you slash that guy. He's
It's actually 13.
Oh, sorry.
It's 13 points.
13? How do I forget?
Sorry.
Attunement. It's quite all right. He's still standing. Both of them look like they've taken a great deal of damage from your solar blade
All right, and here's my second attack.
against the same
And
guy.
a natural 1.
Ooh, that's gonna be a miss.
Yeah.
Hey, Raimi, it's your turn.
All right, so I am going to fire my laser rifle at the gentleman that Gnak shot at above Edris.
Okay, that one will have a little bit of cover from you because you're shooting around the alcoves.
Okay. 13, so it's a miss.
That's a miss. Oh boy. All right. You hear the Sheeran up these stairs, still kind of wailing in pain. Ed Dross, it is your turn.
I'm going to take a guarded step. I'm going to take a guarded step so I'm not being flanked.
All
Which
right, that's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing last time. We're going to take a double attack. I'm gonna go after the one that Gnak has get him on first.
Oh boy. Okay. And
Sorry.
if you
Yes,
Sorry,
that's the one.
not a double attack because it's a move action to 5 foot step now.
Oh, we keep forgetting that. I think our super fan Will actually emailed that in today. It's like, Tyler, stop forgetting that you can't double attack after 5 foot stepping.
So stupid. So then why even have something called a guard? I just do.
What a dumb game that we love so much.
It's just such an important mechanic in Pathfinder.
Roll your
It's
attacks.
Okay, I'm not moving now because I want a full attack, so I'm in a stupid spot where I get flanked by these stupid guys.
I didn't say what you. I didn't say what you're doing. I said roll them bones, sir. Roll them bones.
First curve blade attack. Shout out to whoever's correcting me on the rules with this attack.
You're technically correct. The best kind of correct.
That's a 16.
Six. No, it's negative 4, right?
Well, but plus get him, so it's actually only -3. So I guess it's 14.
14's a hit.
Yes!
Against KAC. It's just a hit. Get him would have made that a not hit. All
That's 19 points of damage.
right, this guy is straight up dead.
I'm gonna pivot the blade around and go after the guy who's now behind me with another curved blade. That's gonna be an 18 for 20 for max damage. 20 points of damage.
These guys just happen to have 20 points of damage, so he's very dead.
Yes!
Dang.
Right, taking that guy
See
out.
what happens when you correct me on rules? I kill your creatures.
Oh boy, there's one cultist left. He is going to just go all out against Alindra. 2 attacks.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And those are gonna be... What's your KAC?
14.
Ah, shoot. Just one hit. One sword swipe for 7 points of damage. I think that's all I've done this go around with these guys. And we're back to Gnak.
Get him! Alindra, hang in there! 11 stamina back to Alindra.
Can't you only do that once a day for me?
It's
Or-
It's
no.
actually once every 10-minute rest, so...
Oh, okay.
We're good.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And, Andis?
Yeah.
One target left.
Let's just take 2 shots.
Ooh.
See how this goes.
Yeah.
Let's get feisty. Feisty.
All right. So that'll be a 15 and a 19.
Both hits. You shoot this guy dead immediately. I think that first one might have been enough damage, and we're out of combat.
Done.
Oh, you guys are out of combat, and you hear this Sheeran is still alive, somewhere up the stairs inside this structure. Are you going after?
Yeah, follow the screams.
Yeah. So you see what looks like blood and the mix of your magical acid kind of like evaporating. Raimi. All right, who's going up the stairs first?
Edros.
Raimi's falling soon after because he's wanting to put hurting on him.
Yeah. As you head up the stairs, it goes off in a couple of directions, one to the north and one towards the west, what looks like an arm of the statue. And you hear movement up the arm, and you see at the base of the steps the sniper rifle just kind of laying there.
Oh, pick it up and ask, anyone want a sniper rifle? Alindra, I know you were looking for an extra gun.
I can't use such things.
Edros, you're running up the stairs?
Yes, I am.
You're the first, right?
Yes.
Right. So as you rush up, you see this Sheeran kind of clutching at a massive acidic burn across the torso, the thorax of their abdomen. She looks to be holding in her hands a very small detonator.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Everybody stay away. She's holding a detonator.
She says,
"Do not come any closer, or we shall all burn in flame."
Okay. Nobody wants to burn in flame, lady. Okay.
Tyler, you're at the front, and you see that she has multiple grenades strapped across her chest on a bandolier.
Listen, Salask. Things don't have to end this way. If you help us answer some questions, we can even supply you with some healing serums. Just don't take an action you're gonna regret.
She lets 2 empty healing serums fall out of her other hand, and just lets them like fall at your feet. And she says,
"None of it will be enough. It will never be enough. Welcome to our doom. Edros, it is nice to see you. I hope you are doing well."
I am. I've got.
So how's things?
How's the kids?
No, I'm doing terrible. These bunch of losers are real mean to me.
so you can tell she steps backwards, and she's like outside at this point on like the arm of the statue, and she says,
I wish to speak to you without the others hearing. Would you come out here?
Yes, guys, stay here. I'll handle this. And I'll just very slowly make my way out.
Yeah, you can tell as you look her up and down, she looks to be almost dead right now. There's a great deal of damage done by Raimi's critical acid attack.
I'll as I'm coming up, be like, listen, we found one of your comrades. She was on death's door herself. We have a skilled medic here. Managed to save her life.
There's no saving us. Dahomen said this would come to pass, and I've accepted my fate. I just wonder if you're going to accept yours, Edros.
I will accept whatever comes my way.
I was sent to watch your movements. You are a curiosity, Vesk. A pirate that works for the Starfinders. But that's not you, is it?
The Starfinder gig wasn't supposed to be permanent. It has become something more than I thought it would ever be. But it is still unusual, I will admit.
She reaches out for you to take her hand, but then thinks better of it and just kind of steps back up a few more stairs up the arm.
We are not too different, you and I. I see the rage in your heart. You resent authority. You resent following these weaker beings. On the Drift Rock, I saw you ready to kill that android. There was rage in your heart, as there is in mine.
A Vesk always taps into his inner anger in combat. I will always use that anger to down and fall any enemy.
Then maybe you are ready. While the student awaits, the master still beckons Edros.
What is this master you talk of?
He waits for you. When you're ready, enjoy your last remaining days while you have them.
She steps backwards off the arm, and you see the detonator slip from her hands. A massive explosion rips through the valley, echoing across the trees. The blast sends a heat wave up towards you, sending shrapnel, a large sign in your direction, Edros. A number of huge words in the blast that say, "To be continued."
Yeah.
And we'll see if you die from that next week, I guess. Probably not. You'll probably be fine.
Nope. I'm going to draft a new character just in case. His name will be Idras.
That's literally all I have for episode 24. Don't try to go any longer, guys. I'm cutting it off there. if you're like, wait, what happened? I'll be like, no, I don't have it ready.
Hold it back.
Wait until episode 25.
Ooh, that was heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. I was really looking forward to Edris's backstory stuff, so I'm really excited about it.
We shall see what comes forth as we got a couple more episodes of jungle action ahead of us, including next week, episode 25, if memory serves.
Yep. This is episode 24.
All right, so let's wrap this one up. Thank you guys for playing with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Until then, say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Whoop.